It's hard to find this. I got the sun shining right on me through a tree, so I'm speckled, but it's okay. Yeah. Welcome back to another episode. Well, it's not an episode. Welcome back to another video on Forest and Freedom. This was my practice camping trip. Like literally, my home is across the street. I knew the van wasn't completely ready, but I needed to do a practice trip where I just stayed in here and tested everything out, see how the flow worked, and see what might need to be improved. And a lot of things need to be improved. Not necessarily with the build, but with my accessories. I didn't have any dishes. Why did I not buy dishes or pack dishes from home? I don't know. I guess I was just going to sit out here and use a rock for a plate and a stick. I was going to carve a stick for a fork. What it is I've been binge watching the TV show Alone for the last couple weeks. So yeah, I was just going to come out here and rough it. I don't know. I didn't plan on eating off a rock. I just didn't think about dishes. I didn't. But just so you know, this channel is raw and unscripted, okay? So this is not a polished, aesthetically pleasing channel. I'm not just showing the pretty stuff and the smooth moments, all right? When I'm talking to you, I'm talking out of my head. And sometimes the words don't come out and flow properly. So, but I don't want a fake channel, okay? I want a real channel. I don't want to glamorize moments that aren't glamorous. And yesterday was definitely not glamorous, all right? I had a rough day. From the moment I woke up, before I even came to camp in the van, I just had a bad day. One of those days where everything you pick up, you drop. I burned myself. Just nothing went right. I broke my coffee containers and sugar containers. They were glass, okay? So there's a lesson. I want to tell you some lessons learned, all right? Don't use glass containers. Not in a van. I mean, they might not break going down the road, but you might drop them, all right? You might be somewhere where there's no stores around. I broke my coffee jar late last night. And so I was just kind of screwed for coffee this morning. And I'm the type of person, I have to have coffee as soon as I wake up. That's the only coffee I drink, 1 cup. But I had to get up and go buy coffee. And this coffee is crap. But don't use glass containers. Use plastic. That was a lesson learned. Another lesson. I came out here with no backup cooking method, okay? I need a propane burner. Absolutely need a propane burner. Cooking on the big fire, it works. It will work, but you might not always have the proper wood. The wood I had here is split wood from the campground, and I think it was green. It wasn't, because you can't just chop down a tree and burn it, in case you didn't know. When you get firewood, it needs to be properly dried, and sometimes without I lost my words. So the wood needs to be properly dried, and without any machines or technology, that can take a year or so for it to be good burning firewood. Now, there are some heat treat or whatever drying machines that probably big corporations use, but you can't just cut a tree down and burn it. It's just going to smolder because it's green wood. It's not necessarily the color green. It's just called green wood. It's moist, it's wet, and it doesn't burn. So I struggled cooking over the fire, as you will see or have seen. I don't know if I'm putting this before or after. I definitely need a backup cooking method. I need a propane burner. I struggled yesterday. And if I am going to cook over the fire, I've learned I need to start a lot earlier because apparently it takes 12 hours to cook dinner on the fire. Not really. Not really. I just had a bad day yesterday. Um, so, yeah. My camp sink. It worked amazing. I love the camp sink. It's big and bulky, but it did what I needed it to do. It was nice to be cooking and just run over here and wash my hands. Yes, it's just cold water, but cold water and soap washes your hands. I do need a couple more water jugs, and I need a jug that's for gray water so that I can put my drain pipe into that jug and catch my gray water. The acorns are attacking the van, if you heard that. Probably not because I'm wearing this, so just shh, shh. What else? The solar seemed to work fine. Now, in a real situation, I would be conserving my solar usage. I wouldn't just be running fans and stuff 24/7. I would, in theory, just be running them when I'm in the van. But yesterday, sorry, I've inhaled too much smoke and now I'm all hoarse and stuff. But yesterday, I ran them constantly. These fans, my big fan here, this one draws power. This one draws a lot of power. It's a construction fan, but it's a nice fan. I just ran everything and just let it run, even when I wasn't in here or here at all. The battery, I mean, I used about half of it yesterday. So the monitor says, the monitor seems to be working fine. Yeah, so I think the solar worked out fine. The one thing that will be a struggle for me is showers, because after working out here all day, cooking over the fire and stuff, and just, having the soot and dirt and stuff all over me, I was filthy and I was sweaty. And excuse me. And I am not the type that can go climb in my bed dirty. I need a shower. If I'm hot and sweaty and gross, I'm going to need a shower. So I probably need to work on an outdoor shower setup, but that would mean I'd need a lot more water. So, I mean, I don't know. I got to come up with an idea for that. I can't carry a lot of water. I at one time had thought about roof water storage, but I really don't want all that weight on the van. So I don't know. We'll have to think on this and do some tests and see how quick I can take a shower. I can manage without washing my hair, but I need to soap up and rinse my body with at least warm water. I can't go to bed dirty. I can't. Although my bed, I've learned, is never going to be clean. All right? Because the dogs. Did you see that? You probably didn't hear it. This just fell. And when these acorns, when they fall on the roof, it sounds like a big rock or stone hitting the roof. It would take somebody out if it hit you in the head. I'm worried about solar panels. I don't know. What was I saying? Okay, bed's never going to be clean because dogs. Dogs walk, they don't wear shoes. They walk around outside, they lay outside, and then when you're not paying attention, there they are on the bed. So my bed is getting full of crap. Now, I was laying a blanket over it, but that blanket, if you're not staying on top of it, the dogs are dragging it off. And when I want to take a break and come in here and lay down, then I have to take the blanket off or I'm laying in dirt anyways. So that's a problem. Maybe maybe if I get a curtain hung up here, like I mentioned in a previous video, maybe the curtain will keep the dogs off the bed. It's a thought. So we'll work on getting that put up. Maybe that will help. Yeah, so there's that. What else? What else? What else? I think van life with dogs, period, is a struggle. Well, van life itself is a struggle. It's not for the faint of heart, okay? And then when you throw dogs in there, one dog is a struggle, two dogs is another struggle, three dogs is a nightmare. All right. It's really hard because I don't know how to explain it. They say that a lot of people think, "Oh man, you live in a van. You must not ever have to clean. It's such a small space. It takes you like what, 5 minutes to clean your whole house?" But really, a van gets more dirty faster. In a house, you have your high traffic zones from the door to the living room, from the living room to the kitchen, from the kitchen to the bedrooms, and so on. You just have your little high traffic areas. So you might not need to clean the whole house all the time. Some of your floors might not even get dirty. In a van, every inch is a high traffic zone, okay? So every inch is going to have dirt, especially when the dogs are rolling around outside and then they come in here and lay down. All right, you might not see dirt and fibers in the dog, but it's there, and they deposit it right in the floor. Or like Charlie, first thing she did yesterday, she doesn't like to have a full bowl of water sitting. She wants me to put water in her bowl, then she drinks it, and when she's done, I'm supposed to take it away. If I leave it there, that's what she does. So the first thing she did yesterday was and filled the whole floor with water. My fault, because I knew she was going to. She does that in the camper. She does it when she's outside. But I was just thinking, new environment, maybe she wants. So my fault. I just didn't want to waste water because I'm using jug water. I don't give her tap water. And it's hard to know how much water to put in her bowl. What is enough? I guess little bits at a time, and I don't know. She's dramatic. So yes, messy. And then when she stands up and she wants to shake, this stuff flies everywhere. So it gets dirty fast. You definitely can't be lazy in a van, or you're going to be living in pure filth. All right, I'm okay with a little bit of filth, but I am a little bit lazy. So constantly sweeping and wiping down, that is a struggle for me because I'd rather be doing things outside or scrolling on my phone. I'm a little bit lazy, but I guess most of us are. So I'm going to have to be comfortable with the fact that I'm probably always going to smell like dog. Probably, always. A good thing I'm not out here trying to pimp myself out. I wouldn't do that anyways. Have zero interest in that. But maybe the smell of dog will keep people away from me, and then there you go. That works out. So yeah, I didn't even get to use my swing yesterday. I was so ill and frustrated all day. I struggled to relax. And I think another problem was camping basically in my yard. Okay? When you go away and you're camping, it's relaxing because you kind of left the stressors of your home at home. Okay? I didn't. I'm parked across the street, so I still had all of the stressors of home all of the responsibilities of home. So it just wasn't relaxing. Now, I am going to North Carolina at the end of this month. My youngest grandson is turning 1. So I'm thinking I will probably stay the night, maybe 2 nights, maybe in an actual campground, and we'll do this test again. I'll make sure that I work out the kinks that I've discovered during this trip, and we'll have dishes. We'll have a propane burner. Yeah, so I think that will be better. I am glad that I did this though, even though it was a train wreck. I'm glad to see how things work and what I need to improve on. So, yeah. I know that I was so ill yesterday and I haven't put knobs on these. I know I need to. I just, you know how when you get something that's functional, it's not complete, but it's functional. So then you just put the rest of it on the back burner. Like, I don't need knobs. I can get into my drawers just fine. So that project has been put on the back burner. Same over here. I don't have handles for these cabinets. It's on the back burner because technically they're functional. They're just not simple functional. This drawer is so annoying to try and open. See that? It's just so annoying. And I came this close to jerking it out yesterday and throwing it in the yard. I was that angry and ill yesterday, and I do not like feeling that way. I like to be zen and peaceful and go with the flow. But yesterday, man, I felt like a monster yesterday. So that's it. I think I'll think of something else after I finish this. My Dutch oven was a lifesaver. It works as a frying pan and a Dutch oven, and it was a lifesaver. That's how I cooked yesterday. But I do need a propane burner. I need dishes. I need cutlery. I didn't have any knives. I need some spoons and forks and whatnot. I need some mixing bowls for sure. And I probably need a normal pot and a normal pan that's not cast iron, so that when I do need to cook in here for bad weather over the propane burner, I have normal weight and normal size proportionate frying pans and stuff, because the cast iron is heavy and it's a pretty big one. So it's great for fire cooking, not so great for in here over propane. So I need to sit down and write a list of all the things I need to do. I think that's all. I think that's all, guys. That's it. If you stuck around this far, thank you. Because I feel like this video is going to be a train wreck. I haven't edited it yet, but just previewing the footage I got yesterday, it's like, my God, nobody's going to want to watch this. This is just a nightmare. I look like hell, and yeah, a lot of it was in the dark. But you know what? All of that footage is real life. I can't imagine that some of the van life videos you see where everything is pristine, everything is clean, everything goes smooth. They make these glorious meals and they keep their calm and coolness, and I can't see that being real life. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just a chaotic person. Maybe. I don't know. But you can definitely watch my stuff and see that it is indeed real life. It is a real life train wreck. But it's going to get better. It will get better. It's good. I'm repeating myself now. It's good to plan and practice and test so that when you get out on the road in van life full time or whatever, you know you're ready. You've tested your equipment, you've tested yourself, you've learned things that will work for you and won't work for you, because we get these ideas in our head. I want to be primitive. I want to cook over the fire and I want to do that. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want to cook over the fire anymore. My little mini stove, yeah, that'll be fine. I really don't want to cook over the fire. I'm going to try it again on a better day with better wood, because I used to cook over the fire all the time and I enjoyed it. But I'm older now. So maybe I don't like it anymore. So again, it's good to test the things that you think you want to do, so you can see if you really want to do it before you make that your only option. So, and you're going to learn that some things that you have are lifesavers, and some things that you have you don't need, you're not going to use. So don't rush into van life. Take your time, do some practice close to home trips, and explore what you truly like and don't like, what you truly need and don't need. Okay, so yesterday, all day, I used my power just willy-nilly, freely. I had both exhaust fans running. I had this big fan running non-stop. I had the fridge running. And yeah, so it ran all day like that. And this is what my battery looks like this morning. Right now, I just have my fridge running. So this is showing me if I just run my fridge, I can run it for 54 hours before, it's going up because I'm getting solar power right now. But if I just run my fridge, then my battery's going to last for 54 hours. Now, if I was to plug something else into this, it's going to drop down to like probably 23 hours. But, so yeah, I mean, if I plan to have full solar the next day and conserve power, then it should charge right back up. But yeah, I used about half of my battery just using power freely. Not too bad, I don't guess. Just depends on how long it takes to charge. I'm gonna keep the van in this partially shaded spot today. I don't need any fans right now because it's cool out here. But if I need a fan, I'll turn it on. I just want to see, without struggling, how much my battery will charge. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. So let's talk about the toilet, okay? The toilet worked out great. We're not going to look inside the toilet because I've had this thing for years and the dog rides on it and it looks dirty. So it's not toilet dirty, it's just lived around dirty. But the way this works, it's going to be hard with one hand, but you pull this up, listen. It puts water in the bowl. You fill up fresh water here. So you can put however much water you need in it. You sit down, do your business. If you need more water after that, just pump some in there. And then this pulls out and it flushes. And I don't know, I never look at that. Normally, when this is about out of water, I know it's kind of full. But these two sections come apart. So this can go into a bag and dump it. Like, you can dump it in a public restroom if you'd like, or just go to a dump station. I've never taken it to a public restroom because that feels weird. I just go to a dump station. Back Like I said, these two sections come apart, so you only have to carry this part to dump it. This hose slides out and in. You just take the cap off and dump it. So yeah, pretty convenient. Okay, so I mentioned that I was having some trouble with my fridge. Something I'm learning is that if this has been turned off for a while, like I didn't have it on for a month or so, it's gonna have to be reset or recalibrated, whatever you want to call it. Because if you remember when I first got this fridge, I couldn't get the temperature steady. So what I figured out is I set them both to 0, and that kind of, I don't know, calibrated or reset it. Yeah, and then it worked fine. Well, it was off for a month, and I haven't, I'm sorry, there's some kids out there screaming. Ooh, the joys of a campground. But anyhow, so what I ended up doing last night is I set them both to 0, and then I put this back on fridge this side, and now it's working fine. But I left this one at freezer, and I froze my food, y'all. So we were gonna have breakfast, but no breakfast. And that's my steaks. I do not like to freeze my steaks. Those were gonna be for today, but well, yeah. So, and everything is jumbled up because I was Googling why is my fridge not keeping temperature, and they're like, well, you got it packed too tight, you need airflow, and yada yada yada. So I just kind of jumbled everything up to make some air pockets. I'm trying to find my thermometer. It's in here somewhere. Oh, where are you? I think it's there. So the thermometer is now saying like 31, 32, and that's what I've got it set on. So everything is working fine now. So just keep in mind, I mean, I don't have any stripes cold. Son of a, yes I do, look at there, hiding right down there. Whoop, whoop. Right. So if you find your fridge, whatever brand, because I'm sure this is probably just, it's probably not brand specific. It's probably one of the, you know, shoot, I can't find my words. I'm trying to refill my fridge and talk at the same time. So it's probably not brand specific. It's probably just these type of fridges, cooler fridges in general. If you're having trouble, just like set it to 0, and when it gets to 0, then set it to what you want and see if that helps. I don't know, I feel like that might help, but it helped me. So yeah, here's what all that is saying right now. So this is the temperature. I'm not fond of Celsius. I don't know Celsius because, you know, I'm an American and we have to use Fahrenheit. But from what I've checked, as long as that temperature gauge stays under like 50, 60, then we're good. So it's at 33. I have 0 output right now because all I've got plugged into it is my fridge. And this fridge doesn't run constantly. The compressor comes on when it needs to and goes off when it's at temp, and so on. So right now the compressor's not on because it's at temp. So I'm actually not using any of my battery power right now. So yeah, that's good. Here's what that says. I don't know. I don't know what everything means, but everything seems to look fine. And as far as solar, let me climb up here. That's what my solar is looking like. I got pretty decent sun right now. I mean, it's not full direct sun. There's some shade on there you can see from the trees, but I'm getting some solar. Like I said, I could go park somewhere else and get full solar, but I want to do like real life situations, and I might not be able to move to full sun, so Yeah, I need to paint my roof. Phew, oh well. So Charlie and I spent the first part of our camping trip just relaxing. As I've already stated, I was having a bad day already, so we just kind of chilled out, laid back, and enjoyed the view and the breeze. And it was nice. Y'all, the mosquitoes out here ain't no joke. So I've lined the campsite with my citronella things. So hopefully it forms a circle around us and the mosquitoes will back off, because they ain't playing. I've got my sink set up here, okay, and it's working great. My water there. I need more water containers, and I'm just running plain water through this, so I've just got it pouring out right here. There's already a leak here anyway, so this ground's already saturated with water. So it's not going to hurt anything. The only soaps I'll be using is Dawn, and it's fine. It's fine. Don't overreact. I have built myself a fire pit out of some rocks I gathered around the campground, and a little burner plate stone on top. I got several stones I gathered, flat stones, to make like a burner plate. And then ow, God! You didn't see that. I stuck my leg on that. We'll cut that out. Where were we? Yo, I can't make this up. Pardon my French. Oh, it's been a day. Let me tell you, it has been a day. So, what was I saying? I also have my camp stove. Okay, this is like a miniature little camp stove. You can actually put it in a tent. There's more pipe there to make this pipe super tall, so you can put it out the roof of your tent. But I like this because I just need to make a little baby fire, and then I can cook up here and whatnot. So I like that. I had to keep taking breaks and going to the van and sitting behind my mosquito net, because they were just relentless. And no, I'm not making Charlie lay out there. She had been inside with me for a while, and she's just kind of back and forth. She wanted to go back out and lay on the ground, and so she's the boss, you know. And now I need to cut some smaller pieces of wood to use in my little tiny stove. And yeah, so I just cut the longer logs in half, and then I used my little, it's not an axe, it's like a hatchet, and I'm just splitting them down into smaller, thinner pieces, which was really a waste of time because this wood doesn't burn anyways. You think making it smaller would help, but it didn't. I tried starting a fire in the little stove, and it did the same thing as the big campfire did. It just wouldn't burn. It just smolders. So the only time I got flames during this trip was when I went out and picked up the dead fallen wood off of the forest floor. So that was a pain in the rear. More of the train wreck coming here. I sat down in my chair to make me a nice little fire, and I fell flat on my back. Ah! I just fell off my chair. I'm telling you, today is not a day for me. Now I think I'm gonna build me a beautiful campfire to sit by tonight, cook some food, and just relax, right? Because as of now, I did not know that my wood was not gonna burn. So yeah, here I am putting all this work into this fire. I gathered some kindling. I got it going. I put some of my split wood on there, and it was just a bummer. I mean, it burns for a moment, like the outside wood kind of burns off, but then it just smolders, and it's not a fire, it's like a smoke pit, really. And so that was disappointing. So yeah, I fought with this fire all night long. Here I am giving it some more effort. I got my little thing here that blows air on your fire. I've added some more kindling. And guys, I'm really giving it my best here. I'm really good with fire, but I have to have wood that burns, okay? Listen, what I want you to take from this video is that even if you don't really know what you're doing, if you just be persistent and just keep trying, you'll get something that works, okay? I couldn't get the fire to go. My initial plan of how to cook over the fire didn't work. So I grabbed this, like, grill thing from an actual charcoal grill, and I'm just throwing that over my rocks, and I'm adding rocks until it sets as flat as possible. So yeah, get out there and try it, okay? It's easy to tell yourself in your head, oh, I can't do that, I can't do that, but you can. You just have to try it. Things are going to go wrong. It's not going to go how you planned it in your head, but I guarantee that you'll get to the end and you'll accomplish what you set out to accomplish, okay? You just got to take the first step. You got to get out there and you got to give it a try. Now, even though I've had a horrible day and nothing went as planned, I still get to sit down to a nice meal cooked over the fire. So the lights in there, you know, on the ceiling are magnetic. So I just brought 2 of them out here and stuck it to that so I can see. Because I'm trying to talk myself into making dessert. I really want dessert, but it's dark and I'm tired and I don't know if I'm going to or not. So it's like getting dark out here. It doesn't look as dark, like that looks super bright, but that's just what my phone does for some reason. But it's pretty dark. So, no, you can see in here how dark it is. This is my trunk. But what I love about this fridge, let's watch this. Ah, let there be light. Alright. I am struggling with my fridge a little bit. I couldn't get it, like it was saying it was at 35 degrees. But I put a thermometer in here and it was staying around 40. So I figured maybe it needs to be reset. And how I reset it last time, I set both sides to 0, and then when I got them both to 0, then everything started working fine again. But I've got food in here and I've got it set to 0, so I'm hoping everything will freeze, especially my veggies and my eggs. When they get to 0, I can change it, and right now you can't see it, but this side's at 10 and this side's at 15, so we'll see. I mean, so it says it's at 10 and 15, but this says, I'm dirty, look at that fire. This says it's at 30 something, so maybe my thermometer is bad, I don't know. But before I determine anything, I'll go buy a new thermometer. I'm sorry it's dark, but it's dark outside. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'm gonna make dessert. I talked myself into it. So I got some oil heating up in there, not a lot. You know, I cooked on my Dutch oven lid for a frying pan, and now I'm using the actual Dutch oven to fry these cherry pie pockets, because I want big walls so that oil doesn't splash out and whew, make my fire go crazy. So check this out. My magnetic light sticks to my cherry can. What I'm gonna do, I got a can of cherry excuse me, cherry pie filling, and I've got some ready-made pie crust. I'm just gonna make circles, put some cherry stuff in there, close it off, fry it on each side, and then dip it in some sugar. So that's what we're gonna do. I gotta wash my hands first. You can't see it, but I'm washing my hands. They're probably still gonna be black, because I'm washing them in the dark. I have some outdoor lights, but I forgot to charge them. So, so no outdoor lights, except for this. It's okay though. It's okay. Now I need a plate. Plate. Alright. I need I don't have dishes yet for this van. So I need some actual dishes. And I need right now like a biscuit cutter. I probably have one in the camper, but I'm not tracking all the way over there again. So we're going to not use this because that's not big enough. Hang on. Foil. Okay. That is big enough, my friend. Wrap it around the table to make it stay in place. Yeah, see, these are already almost frozen because I turned my fridge down. Oh, geez. I'm gonna have to hold it over the fire. We'll get it. They might not be pretty, but we'll get it. Oh, here comes a car. That's weird. Cars don't normally come down over here. And they're turning this way. What the hell? Why? There's nothing down here but the sewer plant. Oh God, she's getting out. She's getting out. What is she doing? She's backing up. Cabin G1?
Yeah.
You can take this road, but it's kind of sketchy. So go back up here to the main road. And right at the bottom of the hill right here, you'll see a road that cuts back that way. And go to the top of the hill and take a right. And just follow the signs that say cabins. Did you rent a cabin or are you coming to see somebody?
So, yeah, it's my cabin for the next 2 nights.
Let me get my my golf cart and you can follow me up there.
Oh,
Okay? Give me just a minute. Okay, so I'm back. Okay. Maybe this thawed out some while I was gone and it won't be so stuck together, but I lost my fire. And it was, my oil ain't gonna be all, I don't know, let's see if it's sprayed. No, okay. So I'm gonna have to get that fire going again. I'm gonna need somebody, let me get you in here, somebody to remind me not to wear my Crocs when I'm camping, because My feet are so full of dirt and sticks and God knows what else. And I'm sure my feet just stink. I can feel that they stink. So, ugh, that's awful. I had to go gather some good kindling wood. This firewood I have just doesn't burn for snot. It does not burn. I have to get this stuff to get it going. Then it burns for a little bit. I don't know if dessert is worth all this trouble. I tell you one thing, going through all of this for dessert makes it not so bad that you're having dessert, right? Now my oil's gonna be full of ash. Guys, I got this on Temu, and you just crank it and it blows the air, and it's for your fire, and it's just freaking awesome. All right, up we go. Now, let's see if we can get some desserts going. This thing's kind of in my way. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to hit you. Alright. Alright, okie doke. My hands are probably dirty now. I don't care. Y'all are eating it. I'm eating it. So I don't care if my hands are dirty. I do not care. And we're just going to make messy bombs, okay? Messy. Some of them might be baby size. It's alright. They don't have to be pretty. They just have to taste good, right? Dun, dun, dun. Got some dough here. Or pastry, whatever it's called. I don't know. These are going to be some janky ones. Alright, let me go get the sugar. Alright. Sugar. Tongs. If I can figure out how to use them. Because I want to have sugar ready, because we're going to dip them in sugar when they come out of the oil. Okay? Sugar. Okay. That ready there. Alright. Oh, the can opener is in my pocket. Stay there. This is gonna make a big mess. I promise. I hear my oil. My oils are rolling over there. Okay. The oil might be too hot now. Probably shouldn't be boiling. Alright, how are we gonna do this? I can't see it. There we go. There we go. We gotta work on lighting, guys. This is not gonna work the way it's supposed to. This is gonna make a mess. They're probably gonna fall apart in there, because I was supposed to make them round, you know, and a perfect top and a perfect bottom, and pinch the ends. This is not how it's supposed to be. Let's try just this one. What is that? There's a bug. It's a beetle. It's okay, it's just a beetle. Go on, beetle. Ta! It's alright. It's not gonna hurt anything. Alright, let's make a mess of this. You ready? I need a headlamp. I think there might be another beetle in my oil. Can y'all see that? Not really. Oh yeah, there's some ash and all kinds of stuff in there. You ready? We're gonna burn this side first since it's ugly. Oh yeah. That might work. I don't know. Let's make another one. Look at this. What is that? I don't know. Stick it in there. Oh, that oil's not hot enough. It ain't as hot as I thought. Get hot. My fire. My poor pitiful fire. I need more sticks. That wood sucks. Ugh. How about some more wind? Do you think that'll help? Let's see. Can y'all even see the fire? Barely. There, now we got fire. I don't think these are going to be very good, guys. If you want my honest opinion. No. The oil is not hot enough. Because my fire is being a bitch. I don't want to go get any more wood, man. It's just too dark. It's not frying at all. At all. Not at all. You're gonna have smoked cherry pie poppers. Nothing. I got nothing going on in here. No, that's crap. Probably not gonna be any dessert, guys. Because this freaking... Oh, that's not gonna work. Fire. My last attempt. I took those 2 logs that won't burn out and I set this right down on the coals. Alright, and we're gonna see if we can get that oil hot enough to at least make us 1 cherry pie popper. Hopefully. Alright, let's see if this works. I mean, it's frying a little bit. Should I wait a little bit longer? Ugh. It's kind of simmering. See the simmer? A little bit of simmer. We'll see. I won't make you watch this. I'll come back when it works or doesn't work. I'm just gonna do 1 at a time. That way I don't cool my my oil down by adding too many. So 1 at a time. We got some crackling going on. It's doing something. It's doing something. Ooh. Oh, it's brown. Look it. It's brown. Listen at that. We got some real serious frying going on now. Yeah, buddy. All this hard work for dessert. My goodness. Can you see me now? This is gonna be hard to take out. So I'm gonna let you watch the train wreck, okay? Pop you right in here. Are you on? Okay. I'm going to get the sugar. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna stick it right down in the sugar. And then I'm gonna put sugar at the top. This is very hard to do and hold a light. Oh man, but that looks good. Hold on. Because, you know, sugar is what makes it really good. Hold on. I need a flipper. Flip. Alright. You know what I need is another plate. Oh, it's so dark. This whole video is going to be just darkness. Ugh. I'm dropping stuff. Don't fall apart. Bam. Now you can't tell me that don't look good. Looks good. I bet it's really hot. It is. So we're gonna let it cool off. But look at that. Yes. Yes. Looks so good. Now I have to finish these two. Yes. And we'll have dessert and then we'll go in and watch some Netflix or something. Okay. So have you ever had, I don't know what they're called, Chinese donuts from the China buffet or the China restaurant? It tastes like Chinese donuts with a cherry filling. Oh, it's so good. Mmm. That's a perfect end to a not so perfect day. Yes. Alright. I hate to watch people eat, so I'm not going to have you watch me eat. Whew. Man, I worked too hard today. This was supposed to be like a little vacation, or in my head it was like a little vacation, but I have worked hard today. See what those are. I had a headache from being around that smoke and the fire, but it's not horrible. And no wonder everybody back in the old days was so skinny, because gosh, it took all freaking day just to make supper. Women didn't have time to sit and relax, and they worked the food off as soon as they ate it. So it would definitely be easier with just a little propane stove. But I really like playing with the idea of cooking over fire. It's fun sometimes. But I think I've had my fill of it today. I still got two cherry pie pockets, whatever we're calling them, out there trying to fry, because I don't have any fire. This wood is awful. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, maybe it ain't dry enough, but it's what they have here at the campground that they give me. So it's not very good. I think it's green or something, because it just smolders. It doesn't stay aflame. I think I need a shower. That's it. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope I haven't made this video an hour long. Hopefully not. But if I did, I hope you watched it. Let me know in the comments what you thought about everything that I've showed you here. I don't know what to say. I understand why people script their videos. Maybe they don't go off on tangents like I do. But yeah, have a great week, and I will see y'all next Sunday at 4 p.m.